There is never an inordinate amount of time. There. I know. Coming right up, sir. So do you? Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough. Great choice, Elder One. It has always been. Do you really?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant. You can't even find for resources. Yeah.
The sound. You hear a jingle. It says, a mirror. Was this probably hot water? Suddenly, you realize you have really, or as you abort. Yeah, where to even begin? It's not. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon. Behold, you have no idea. Too late. Please stop. It's horrible. You can't. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies. You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. Try something. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place. This fan has two chain pull switch. The blades come squeaking to off. You swoop up what you have in your hand. The window stands broken in its frame. The shards face outward, a fine web of scarring, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no. It is to the single. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own. A cool wind. There they both are, like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced, comfy.
Hello, officer.
The young, a silver jumpsuit falls off her.
No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yeah. You've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight...
Could it be because of the drinking?
She nods.
Good monologue. Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back.
Goodbye.
As if an assault were launched on this building.
Hello.
You realize this is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and...
It looks like we had a little scheduling error.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up.
Then we should ask him for a... It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. Okay, have you removed the dead body from the tree? So,
This is the...
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I can see you drank. If you need something for your headache, I was sent. I suppose you...
Inspectorate General means
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes, they're not just white rectangles. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my... You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a short... Talk to the manager. Then, after you...
Lieutenant? Hello.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
What was with that fucking wink?
I see you are still... You must forgive me. I'm Lena.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. Oh my. You know where we are, right? A seaside hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. How would I even begin to tell you? I haven't seen very many other... Speaking of history, that's right, dear. How splendid.
Her relief.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's real revisional.
But they still have cops.
It is quite disappointing. Oh, dear. This is... But we should stop...
She's scared now. She's realized...
Someone...
No.
Of course. Then I don't know. Of course.
Miss...
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. Right.
No, I...
Do you have...
As a matter of fact...
You said you'd...
What? Oh,
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
yes, I know.
I didn't
He probably means this is where you step his face. Ask him about the body's location before asking if...
She went away.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because...
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I... Behind this building, there's a court. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I hope it is.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, you don't owe me...
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need...
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here... Let's see. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab. You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
The words leave your... The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. young woman raises. There's only one solution.
Because you're a police officer. So I am, yeah. You've been here? Couldn't say. In truth, so far, most don't be so hard.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Retreat is not a winning tactic.
Could it be because of the drinking? Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at...
Goodbye.
On the counter, rolled out, the man.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
As if an assault were launched.
Hello.
You realize this is your chance to come up with a really good...
Okay, then. It looks like we...
What he means is, he has...
Then it also wouldn't hurt. Okay, have you removed the... So,
This is the...
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. I suppose you...
Inspectorate General.
Yes, but I'm not that. Yes, they're not just white. I would ask you to step into the head. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your... We all feel that way sometimes.
And then...
But first, we have to take it down. I can see if you need something for your headache. After you.
Lieutenant?
Hello.
Wait, who's...
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be I'm sorry. You must forgive me. I'm Lena.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew.
Yes, officer. Oh my. You know where we are. That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria? We're in the city of Revachol, dear. How would I haven't seen... Speaking of history, that's right, dear.
Her relief is
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Actually, we are not.
Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cop world. Okay, well, let's see.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. It is... Oh, dear. But
She's scared now.
No.
Of course. Then, of course.
A man, could he be?
Mister.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is... Right.
No,
Do you have...
as a matter of...
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of...
But you still...
Yes, I know where...
I didn't imply...
He probably... His face. Ask him about the bodies.
She went...
Have they not...
Okay,
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Was there something else behind this building? That's easy.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that?
No, I'm not.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This is clearly a touchy subject.
I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Let's go.
Not so far.
No one is...
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Oh, excuse me.
The IIR, or...
Wow.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Let's see. 3 nights at a tower. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, what are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend.
There's a shuffle of nylon as loot. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money.
I'm sorry.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. Officer.
Good luck.
By the way, but you've been at this hostel cafeteria. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can try. Run some...
We don't see a lot of police around. Of course. Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a green...
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
As you probably...
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Where to? There's the pier, the Cape Side, the harbor gates, some shops, just coast. It's just water. No, actually, no problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them.
Sure, keep them. I have another...
Before you, vapor. This must... In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio mic, the soft...
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 50. Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes.
Receive.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right.
You can hear resentment in her tone.
No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry, you know.
Garbage.
Legally, no.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble. No, sorry. People don't have the money.
So the union has a phone.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner.
Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling Inn.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. The stuffed bird. The great skua. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird. There since...
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. I've had sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass. Kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke. I bet.
You hear a sigh of relief.
Anything else I can help you with? Just a second.
10-2, 10.
A scrawny old... The man uses...
10-4, message ici. 10-18, state your message. 10-9, 10-4, message. Is it him? Says he lost... He what? He lost... Cool that, Dick. It's opposite.
Dick Mutt, defend yourself. Immediately. They laugh.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going... Fuck me! What's going... Super cop. He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn... 10-9. No heights even. Ask him. Sergeant Orson...
Check your pockets. Check your... Oh, no.
Don't sweat it, Bratan! You don't...
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, coming officer. Over.
Even before...
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or ask him to describe it. His satellite officer.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one.
He says, dear God, this is Mac. I'm not going to ask. Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your...
The RCM in Martin... Of course. Of course. There's the pier, the harbor gates, some shops, just coast. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martin... No problem. Me? I am just a god. I am pleased to meet me. I am what? I have a...
There's discomfort.
As you...
Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Of course.
Her gloves. You...
Sure.
Before you vape, this must... In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out, the freak, the soft...
Hello, Alice.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I... Of course.
Yeah.
Receive.
Lieutenant...
Officer... Yes, hello? Oh, right.
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be...
No, not me. What? Of course it... No one... You know...
Garbage.
Legal.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you... No, people...
So do you...
It was someone else.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave?
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. I do hope so. Please.
Yes.
I'm not mad. It's just the stuff. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever... It was...
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. I've had sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass. Kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for... Well, you were worse. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening. Then there was your room. Your project. I tried to send the cleaner, and then you screamed something incomprehensible about churches and the scent of apricots and aquariums. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the... I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. Damn it, I don't remember what I did, especially when there's a hurricane loose.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
You hear a sigh of relief.
Anything else I can help you with? Just a sec.
A scrawny, the man used...
10-4 messagerie. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4.
Is it him?
Says he...
You what? Cool up, Dick. It's Officer...
Dick Mutt, defend yourself.
10-4. Fuck, what's going...
Super... His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, coming...
No hot...
Ask Sergeant Orson.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy... Okay.
Don't sweat it!
10-9, coming officer. You get...
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets...
He says he'd... Ask him to this... Satellite officer Mac...
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
It's a single-shot kill.
Says it's a kill... Armistice? What is your... Dear God, he lost it. This isn't true. Mac him.
I'm not going to ask. Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in... He acknowledges your joke and asks you...
Lay off.
Satellite officer... 10-4, affirmative. Officer in...
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Roger that.
18 kilometers to the south. The small...
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's...
Mac, the torso.
Yeah, Mac's right.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you...
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. This...
I guess I can hold off the report.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing...
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in a metallic...
Take what you...
He's clearly a lift. The prime, useful for opening. The hand is robust. Lets you see things. The pull-out toolbox slides back. There's something in there. Not necessarily. The body is downwind from here.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. What do you mean, feel? We could try using a pry bar. We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the...
This trash container is locked. The sliding force time isn't happening. You've jammed the... There's a creaking sound as the...
Let's ask the manager for the key.
Can I help you? My...
Thank you for...
Why?
I thought...
Well...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What do you need?
It concerns...
Just bring them back once you're...
This trash container with a wet... Don't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time.
Among the... Has the...
The victims drop them in here. Guitar marked. The belt is missing.
Something slimy, cat. A drab, long...
This is a military type, over.
The rest of the rags are just...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hotel. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes.
The fuck's...
See?
The lieutenant nods. It's just nothing. What's this? A blue... Something...
Officer, is that your... Yes, it is. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in... Well,
his eye.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains. It would also not hurt to...
Some items, such as the ledger you found...
You see, a box falls into pieces in your hands. But you pick up only...
You've acquired an...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic. There's a piece. It's below the pathetics. Terror. An aluminium block. The surface is in. It is similar to the...
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding any capable light with a... Yes, RCM...
This means you can read the watermarks if you just...
Okay,
while a bunch of sodden pay. They're not once in a while. Work, strife. It's the middle of March. You have attempted to...
Huh? Too complex. Too. That's a lot. It's okay.
God knows, like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The hand there is, once all the tasks are, the tasks you inspect into, it's not things to be done.
No, actually. Great. That's great. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Yes, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction. And yes, others appear. It's going to take an effort to piece these cases.
Yes, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM. Right after the revolution.
Your secret is safe. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly paper. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt. It's the ledger you found in the... Right, below the pathetic, and the surface is It is similar.
What? Yes.
This means you can read...
Okay.
While a bunch of... They're not once in a work, it's the middle of March.
Huh? Too. That's a lot. It's okay.
God knows, like a fan of gills, the checkered paper there wants all the time. It's a satisfying slash. Things to be done.
No, actually. Great. I'm going to start calling it the Hang.
Yes, a title, one might say. Arson. Petty.
Yes, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM.
You don't exactly close them. So, then rip them from the binder. And 3, the top, you don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary piece, but these are quite sinister. A dozen pages of yes, or the rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to something permeable. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is with your hands. You 4-sized pages, arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten, yes, a title, one might say, yes. Others appear. It's going to take an effort to... You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the acidic stench of rotting food. It's the ledger you found in the trash. It's proving to be... It's the ledger you found in the trash. It's proving... It's the ledger you found in the trash. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41. Then, why yes, your every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. That is improper. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. Yes, they were leaving cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called, it would be, that's all. Who knows? Don't worry, one day you may still catch the man with the square gun. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. It's just a racist oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But... the corpse you seem to be holding a cargo belt twists his neck at...
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you've expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind. Too late, until a pool of vomit.
It's okay. The hangover is clearly making this worse for that young woman. The god, if she...
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally. And now we... Yes. Guess what's yours? Yes. Sorry, cop. Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. What? They'll be super fine. It'll be No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back. Of course you are. That won't happen. There are several footprints in the mud, left by heavy workers. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Maybe more than 12. No. 1. Standard 2. Standard 3. Hobben 4. Standard work boot 5. Another 6. Impossible to tell. Could also 7. The glowing outlet 8. And yet...
How many? I was pretty off then. I never got the hang of it. A woman? Or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
Understood. In 2...
He might be right.
Possibly.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to interest someone up.
He regrets it the moment he says it.
No, perhaps it could be a driver. A driver? We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam.
I can't. It felt like spring. Sure, go easy on that stuff.
There he still is, looking right. There he still is, looking right through. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight...
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. Then drive to the station. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because you need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over,
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and...
with a matrix of push buttons lists all the... Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't... Silence. No one answers the doorbell. This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has... The box seen eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set. The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thank... The worn and...
We can sit on benches after we've...
You can revisit the bench.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start.
He's downplaying his... The dashboard lights up with orange. The lights unfold with a little click.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? Just...
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, I hear you.
What does he want?
He's asking for money.
Is he fuck?
I don't think...
Don't give that asshole...
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says he's...
Well,
Vicmar said... Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp...
There she is. Revachol.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into... The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs... There are so many. The last row has... That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were.
Alpha male officer.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your... Wow, more than 200! It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of... Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of... But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destruct. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening?
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cap is not what you... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage is not what... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance, 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. It smells of a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says, familiar handwriting. A young woman in her 20s. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol. Your hands shake, holding on to it. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. You, kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and you feel the ledger slip from your... No, hold on. To what?
Detective.
There is nothing again. Nothing said, brother. Well, almost. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion, even
The cold.
here in the because it's always there.
There is no Voyager road. Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing. Don't prod at it. It will start moving again. Bloated corpse.
Beautiful.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No.
Yes.
It's the glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days.
With greedy gulps, you down.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to 10 minutes, maybe. Right. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as a...
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. It's the ledger you found without resistance or sound. The two panel, it's slightly, ever so slightly. There he still is, looking right. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you.
Did you after...
The man before you is naked, but for a pair, the material appears to be ceramic, delicate and fragile. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger... The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. This is a steel-reinforced...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, the brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hang and his corpse is marked alcohol and heartbreak.
Of no nation that I know of. I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from it.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a...
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looked. His dark brown hair grows on his head.
I'm gone. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. Go ahead, Coppo. What do you mean? It's the power of your
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you!
He loves those. Because you're a cop. Here you go, you loony. Because you have in the past. Way out in the fuck no. Between you and me. Your name. Good for you. Do I remind...
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism.
No, not quite. You sure I got out of that one. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also. See, of course, you have come back later.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once it's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and as you narrow your eyes, this is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blood.
I see it. His neck too.
The monster comes back into...
So, what do you think? Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
The pool of blood.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kid.
The fuck he said? Talking about shit.
Maybe. I agree.
His person...
Totally dead.
Sure, the corpse looks by, oblivious. Black decay liquid, but there is no breath to catch.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
He doesn't actually...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else? You mean like the police? Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary...
Yeah!
How? With a buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah. They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
Silence, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A-90-90 armistice. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's position, taking aim.
He's gonna fuck.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the...
God damn it.
He feels bad about it.
Fucking it.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at...
No, we are any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the sorriest.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it.
The cold piece.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno?
The buckle comes in.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
You'll feel the slow movement.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke. You missed the...
Oh my god, he's gonna...
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The
activity.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging. The slides snap back into place. Without 2 ticket stubs and a hand, thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of card. Familiar, a young Harry. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. Your you kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs. You feel the ledger. No, hold on. To what? There's no...
Detective.
There isn't again. Nothing. Well, that's me. Blue eyes. Who would...
He speaks of the here because it's always there.
You think they would let...
Yeah.
Its glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upper...
Drink.
The water.
Drink.
With greed...
What happened? You were 10 minutes, maybe. Right. You dropped this. Good.
The ledger.
Volumetric. Shit. Compressed. There he still is, looking. As you...
Did you have to...
The man before you, the material delicate. These are clearly not...
Indeed. Technically speaking, ceramic plate. Zirconium under the heel. Fair weather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's it is. We've requested similar material for a full set.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rent.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard
is small.
It's anything but. This material is
faint, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks as if trees were made of porcelain. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination.
Good. We have a make and a number. That's something.
This feels dangerous. The stench.
Stop! Pig's gonna...
Brutal!
You're going to pull it...
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what...
Indeed.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clothes do you need? There's no way you are getting them off.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, the locals probably scavenged it. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle the cadavers. This is a steep
airlifting. The local harbor uses 6 rotors. I was afraid it would be. The brief suggested as much. Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you?
Could be. The cadaver hangs from and in his corpse. Alcohol?
A map of the stars.
As if someone left.
So am I.
He takes a thin...
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his... Sure.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His dark brown hair grows on...
I'm gone. In the past. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. Go ahead. What do you mean? Ask me more. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all coming right up. Copperoonie. Fuck no. Between you and me, good for you. Because you have loved it me in Provocopo. It was love all along. Surely, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, I am all you have. Then you truly love. Do I remember?
A child born with...
No, you sure wriggled out of that one. Come back later, Corpo.
As you know, this is a trick. Only the lower extra...
I see.
The monster.
So, what do you think? Agreed. Especially on... There's always a chance. We should check for the pool, the victim.
The fuck? Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I do.
Stop. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up.
I agree.
He's
totally dead.
Sure, but there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Kuno's...
If the...
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno. Right in...
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eye...
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong.
Yeah, Kuno.
Kuno's...
You should throw
the fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Alright.
Irregular speech patterns. overconfidence.
Shitload. Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
If I were to want to waste my time...
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit, yeah? That shit means nothing to... You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's...
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this? Yes, pray pardon, sire. Better to let it be. I did not mean to make you paranoid.
Just a couple of pigs.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty.
Looks like you're a faggoty now. Whatever that means. The
fuck are you talking about?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
The buck-toothed gremlin lets go of his head. Looks like the attack.
You're
Get lost.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit. You fuck does Kuno know? Kuno...
The lieutenant...
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
Yes? What do you want to know? Yeah. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was... There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union, that's us, the Revachol Citizens...
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. I'm afraid you and I are pawns.
His disdain is clear. This man would not...
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
The man before you is naked.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
He doesn't...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt with...
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silent, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 secure. That's a key. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fuck.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
He feels bad about it.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not.
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. I have to say, it's beginning to look... it's... Go ahead.
This is...
Yeah, take it, you fuck.
The cold piece of...
The fuck?
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your...
Your feet, the slow...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now? For what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna...
A plume of smoke. There he still is, looking. As you breathe in, the man before, the material, delicate, these are clear.
Indeed, ceramic under the hill. Fair weather. The look, we should keep a look. No, I think...
Nice. That makes sense.
A good point.
What was he was? Why else would he call it a very good point? Does this mean you're a...
It is. We've requested for a full...
For the northwest region of Revish.
As a wage, it's that's for us to find out. I agree. This equipment...
A small...
It's anything...
Faint, like whirls of floorboards. The smooth... The whirls are...
Good. We have a make and a number.
This feels... The step...
Stop! Pigs!
Brutal!
You're going to...
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's...
Indeed.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many... There's no...
You're sure there's a wait. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers.
Processing will take care of them. With
the cadavers, the hang... This is a...
Airlift. The local harbor uses 6 rotors. I was afraid it would be. The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated. Okay. You should ask me for one, the first. A news is... That ladder can't...
Could be. The cadaver hang and it is called alcohol. And...
I have only a cursive knowledge of...
It doesn't seem...
So enough.
He takes a thin piece.
An instant. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound. A shrill flash. Followed by the breaking of a...
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, sure.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His mouth, his dark brown hair grows. The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark. As you know, this is only the lower extra...
I see.
The monster.
So, what do you think? Agreed. Everything here seems... I agree.
His person...
Totally dead.
Sure. The pool...
The victim...
The fuck?
Talking about...
Maybe. I do.
Stop. It means you fucked him.
But there is no breath to catch.
Kuno's...
If the...
Oh yeah, Nappa, good. Right.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up.
Shit coming up strong.
Yeah, Kuno's... The rake. You should... The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is?
You will see.
The language these kids are using.
Alright.
Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence.
Shit.
Don't tell the pig shit.
If I...
The usual being.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno, look at him. Kuno, kick that shit. Yeah? You wanna fuck on someone? Yeah? So yeah?
Curious, my liege. Why? Yes, pray pardon, sire. Better to let it be.
Just a... Yeah!
Looks like you're a fagari now.
You're...
Get lost.
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck you. Look at fucked us.
It's a trap, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno.
Yes? What do you want to know? During that time, the victim they didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against
the RCM or the Revachol Citizen.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. I'm afraid.
Is this?
You don't know? That's good. Better still than an imbecile. It's just stupidity. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar.
Good.
The man before you is...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination?
He doesn't...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the bed. We climb up there and... There has to be a less risky way. With less falling. We are not getting him.
How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility?
Yeah!
How?
With a buckle ties the rope to the...
It absolutely will not, officer.
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
What else can we do?
He breathes...
Oh yeah, do this shit! Fuck it up!
The man before you is...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
He doesn't...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up.
Yeah!
How?
With a buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
Silent and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a... He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his... The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that...
God damn it.
He feels...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
I have to say, it's beginning to look... Go ahead.
This is...
The cold... The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in...
Your feet are slow.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
The buckle explodes with your hand looking straight at you. Helpless.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
Ace is high.
The ace is high. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the...
I knew these guys were...
We will perform it looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard, or we could ask around for the representative.
You could ask the garden for directions.
Yes. And those were...
The rotting man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what the field autopsy...
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit. And the failure, you must have me confused with the, you, sir. You are the cop.
I hope we do. It's getting really...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing.
Damn it. This is okay. So you can sneak out of your room, maybe. After he...
Come on.
What you do know is...
There truly is a time for everything. Even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I'll ask you when I need you to. For the... That's right.
The dead man's stare. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first.
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your...
KK57.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals precinct. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Next, NA. Next, NA. Roughly.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi, the pudgy mess of curdle.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Nor does he look
We're still going with March 4. What else? 9. Body identified by... is...
KK57.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's...
Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're... We should start the postmortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
I thought we decided...
Damn it. This is turning into... Okay, so you...
Clothes. The deceased wears...
See, it's happening.
Babroudine, yes.
The disappointment is palpable.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep patience, after the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a...
The boot has a serial number. It's E50. The tattoos. The upper torso is covered. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document. The deceased has a belt for well-nourished, athletically built. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male...
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Lividity is consistent with...
Fucking low velocity! You think Kuno doesn't know? Talking shit about Kuno.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation. Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now we need to cut the belt to...
See?
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is the knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady then. You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And...
Yeah, fuck! Told you,
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
He synced. Snap. The knot is slashed.
Here. The rope rises to a point. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin. Chest is intact. Normal contour.
No!
This is clearly what they...
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetric. In addition...
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat.
We have a real museum here. Of battle. Last item. Hands.
The hand feels heavy.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing... Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous...
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
I think that may well be the moral of... Good. Musculoskeletal.
With his eyes.
Yeah, Jack, that fuck!
The hyoid bone is fractured. Respiratory oral cavity shows no lesions.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from... It's hard. Once more, inside. Mute silence as always.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need... Oh, so we inflicted them? Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
See?
Why don't...
Now, injuries. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next. So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the count...
Right. Next, a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the... I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. He is deep in thought.
Why do you say that? Did you? I'm not so sure. I thought we could establish the cause of death here, officer. Now I think we should leave it empty. At least for the time being. If we don't... Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not... We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all. I need a copy for processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something. The fish lips stay silent in...
I told you. He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
lonesome, long way home. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. An inconspicuous pile of the roof. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing materials. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. It takes about half an hour to... This one, cause of the mural, true love. People call the graffito crew is easy to... The crew, the 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition... Did someone ask what you believe in, man? With not much has changed in the meanwhile. An intricate, it almost looks like the electronic pattern.
Yes?
No, he's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Really? You look fine to me.
Clearly, he prefers...
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything... What do you want to know? What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Well, sort of. It's less a matter. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. It was quite...
So, he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport.
The silence carries.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Sure, officer. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately.
The International Collaboration Police,
It will...
Her voice. He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Oh, spare me the sad, drunken blubbering and get on with it. What's your complaint? With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, what else?
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how you want the real, honest-to-God truth. Stop drinking, eat, and no, I don't.
It's not fucking cryo-acta-latte. It's super glue, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few down.
Absolutely gone.
Oh, right.
A thin man, as you step in. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand, he smiles, and it's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and... The man ponders his cooking utensil. You see, you immediately feel the cobalt blue, old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Eccentric. He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued.
Garth is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria.
The door does not.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were... How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service?
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was... Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. Yes? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union. They come here in the evening.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Lord... We don't. We have to wait.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting. They probably fucking killed that guy or something.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance soon.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. No, I don't have a key. I don't know. Or some boring...
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay. A little. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything... That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you... Oh, excuse me.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000 years. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to act.
Oh, come on, man, I just said...
I know exactly what you meant, but you see, I'm an officer.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a...
The lieutenant exhales and resumes.
Whatever you say, officers. God damn. Thanks for that, but no.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some... The strike. Apples.
Apples. It's exactly the kind of thing you...
Yeah, apples. I take it you...
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker. Good. Besides, we're not that different. It helps rights of people.
His manner of speaking is wooden.
Maybe you should ask them. We have.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going. I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him.
What are you talking?
Yes.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment.
We are not picking a side in pity.
Let us work!
scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe.
I was just... Imagine. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Oh. Good, good. Everard's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, eh? I don't operate in that capacity.
If it's all...
Aye. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Don't worry, or you could convert to his Semini Supremacist worldview. Or... Jean-Luc himself would say that... Sure. To get me into trouble. To seek...
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can fit. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his... Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armor.
How does it?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all.
All of it?
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that...
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. No problem.
He is sincerely grateful. He is not...
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
That is, you reek of it. An invisible sword of Valhall emerges from...
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
No, you don't.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Begging for help. You gave the world eugenics, electricity. You dominated. You will be...
It is...
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough. We bring your troops you want.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize. Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. He does not so much as glance.
Stop.
He had nothing to do with it. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets. That's understandable. Jean-Luc Measurehead is a sage and an intellectual giant of race.
We still need to get into the harbor. There's an interview to conduct.
You see, the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed.
What is if you want to...
Her attention is drawn to the The tear machine stands in...
Oh. That's the... Welcome to...
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. A warehouse. I don't know. Maybe.
She scrunches up her...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... I don't know, really... long? Uh-huh.
The man ponders. He looks up. Shrugging is an international sign for...
Fuck does Kuno care? So? Fuck, okay.
Kuno sent you.
Look, Pig.
Good idea.
You go after...
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno... Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Look, Kuno ain't...
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, I...
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, Pig. That's just some shit.
He's hiding something.
Pig, if Kuno was...
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should...
Dunno.
Kipped is a pejorative term used to describe people...
Look, Kuno doesn't...
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March, anyway? What kind of... Yes, it seemed...
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah.
Back out and take your fat ass...
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Kuno's...
He's trying to hide the fact.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a probably clown. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even... I don't mess or I don't know.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like...
Kuno gives this...
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Fuck you.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make...
The buck-toothed.
You're...
Get lost,
Kuno...
Hello again, officer. Well, this might be... Snow has nutrients in it.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird Snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without... Maybe you shouldn't be.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes.
I understand. Yes.
There's silence. The smallest.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line. She shifts.
Hello, sir. Stop. Are you interested? Okay, sir. I'll try. My name is... Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signaling...
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers.
Welcome to... Be welcome, and please take responsibility. I am the proudest Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she was wonderful. Did you talk? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how come...
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she...
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope...
The woman before you scans the store. You see...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bone. This is a tradition inhabited, aside from poking at it suspiciously. Rigorous self-critique. This coin-operated viewer is facing. The metal feels cold and a thick. That's Kuno. Under the graffiti, you know that the church looks old and weather-worn.
life. I'll be...
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine. The tear machine stands in the corner.
No. You need...
A simple little cadence.
It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long... Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all... Everyone's a critic, man. It's okay. So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers.
It's easy to see.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occidents. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand this rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called...
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. The man taps his fingers rhythmically.
Don't be a stranger.
It's not what can...
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector. Just...
Oh no.
Who are you?
Oh, can't. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained. Someone else came here earlier.
This is the lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, and I don't...
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying...
You weren't quiet. You were very distraught. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in 50.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy. This has got to... There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice. The light swirls in his face and glasses.
She didn't seem like a policeman. Truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizen...
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Yeah, it's not good.
This mess.
My apologies.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now.
Of course. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions. I do my best.
He doesn't know anything.
Can't say I'm a huge admirer of wild pines. What should I have for it? No, just People like that, he's been by the shop.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing.
Sure thing. Sure, man.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits. You see try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. You see try to find something pretty. This set of soldiers.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the Royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe.
They're not.
Which ones? Ah, Royalist soldiers from...
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. Everything you...
It's not what
His courtesy is not incense.
Who are you? Oh, as you can see, I have a what? It keeps me. Let me have a look. Another time, perhaps. So
The lieutenant shifts.
You were, and I...
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
You were when I 15, right?
The lieutenant... there's...
It certainly does. Especially in Revish. Truth.
Right, so...
Miraculously. This mess. A needle in a haystack.
Of course. I do.
He doesn't know any...
Wash. No, just... He's been... I do my best.
He doesn't know it. The pawnbroker's gaze is all... You see, try to find something... Yes, this sounds... off. You shouldn't trust this guy. Everything you pick... You see, try to... Yes, this sounds... off. Why? What's...
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. The headless phone rider. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. Did I mention that this...
G'day to you.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock.
I wasn't here to...
The word...
Too bad it also takes a year and a day. Well, there's the fishing village. Yeah, not really much else. Sure thing. Want some too, off?
Why not?
You see, the name...
Happy shopping! Hey, you're very cool. You're right, officer. 100% me.
This man probably comes from sea.
Very sharp, officer. I'm Sarah.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the sea guy...
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. That's so cool, officer. Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants. I'm an entrepreneur. No.
But did he first mark them up 100%? Yes, it's a business secret.
Anything for you.
There are
Don't be...
Save the economy. That sounds off. You find your...
Economical, but also trendy. Look for...
You see...
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer.
A pair of...
Those...
Only fun ultra. These...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. These are...
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're...
No way, officer! These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Well, but see, if on the other...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way.
Oh, an investment? What kind of investment? I hear you, officer. Sounds like a fair...
Corruption.
It's just like bus. A silver, not a good track record of mental health in that family. What did he do? High above you, the king's stand. The photo, it's the warmth of a winter night's fire.
Wait, she's just a distracted old woman.
Lorry stuck. The windows are clear. The driver has adorned the back end a book with
racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this. Likely, yes.
the tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the... You see several packaged raincoats fill a...
Here you go.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Inconspicuous pile of the roof because it's rhythmic. No, there's more to this. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings. You see a heavy steel door. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. He looks, shrugging, is an international. It's nothing. Someone just because it's. An inconspicuous pile because it. An inconspicuous pile because there it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then?
Be still. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is see that ladder?
Looks like someone left his
Yes, it's probably yours. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done the cloak? Well...
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the look in his... That machine is a Kvalsund.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of... But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. Nope, no. That's still too hard.
Sure.
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret, and then what?
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno!
It's a vitamin.
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it.
You're not getting this, pig.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag!
That's where Kuno...
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you?
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after... Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno...
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you. Yeah, that
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just not for you, pig.
Kuno!
That's all there is to it then. Don't...
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. Yeah, Kuno plays on. Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk. Kuno. Fuck does Kuno care? Pig, Kuno.
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those
Kuno.
Old call box. You ring the door. All you hear, you ring. What an ominous name for an off.
Kuno!
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer, but the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't.
A single beep indicates that you hear the same waiting. You wait for a looks like someone. You hear static from the You press the number sign on the keypad. Silence. No one's home. Silence. No one answers your call. This button.
Huh. This button looks new.
This is a wall on.
There must be another way into the building.
Are you trying to sneak up?
Logic.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Then why are you sneaking up on me? Trying to sneak up.
A sturdy the door rap.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more straight. Doesn't matter who I am. The police. Everyone knows the police. No. Go check the
Backyard door. Then
Madame, are you sure?
There is no reply.
The streets will flow red once.
The streets.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type. And here I was trying to be.
The lieutenant furrows his brow. Hatred, disgust. The woman on the boat does not note.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an.
Ozon isn't.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. You should.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck hush. I ain't no snitch.
Actually, there is a shortage of people.
We weren't put on this earth to. Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right. Have you ever? We read.
She wants it to be something true. And
Yeah? Thanks.
you've lessened her desire.
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh. Alright. Sad pig. If you haven't been there. No. That's all. I have a week.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you.
Watch your back.
Aces high. For the strike.
Good evening, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every
Relax. She meant it in jest.
Phaeton, my maiden name. I'm glad to see you.
I
was dispatched to hand...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the...
There's a trace of...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In what we do.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent. She nods.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official time...
And how are the talk?
They're not. That's the... Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20... Yes. Jean-Luc Measurehead. Let's say I...
And when did...
I arrived 3 weeks...
But the strike began in...
I wasn't the...
This isn't the first...
Heavens, no.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses, if they were organised by Wild...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this.
There are leaflets everywhere. Every work.
Most of...
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy. Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazz. It's quite simple, you see. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just... And now, people are getting lynched, I hear.
Excuse me, from whom did you...
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion.
This checks out.
Mr. Clare told him to... Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is shorter... Yes. Keep in mind, this is an... Everard Clare is a man of the... Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he is the most corrupt Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy... It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. With a funny little... The Débardeurs Union was once a organised labour...
A mob.
Refreshingly honest. And your opinion, detective? If I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Of course, officer. I'm glad you asked.
Disappear?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she was downright haunting. The point of...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be...
Of course. How else? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced us. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid...
How curious. Why is that?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh, dear. I do believe...
As I said...
Of course, I sympathise. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator.
Of course. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can... That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the force.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her...
This...
Yes, an experimental side case.
Ah.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well.
We may be here a while then. Ask away.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin...
She conveys it in short, in case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
Well, it's either bariatrics... That seems...
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie, out in the open somewhere.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else? Of course, You're back. Good. What can I help you with? I'm afraid I can't say any more until we...
She's a negotiator.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to...
You're in.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug...
They're profiting from...
The company has tried looking into this matter before, or... You can recover your badge.
Detective, a word in private before we go. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with... What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the
situation?
You could request a new one.
Curtains, tattered with age and cover. Just as...
Sir, don't touch that. Parapsychological...
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone...
No!
Talking is... There is something... The curtains, tattered with age and... You see a dimly lit room.
I warned you. You're...
A heavy door with a missing handle. Only an echo. No one is there.
I wasn't kidding when I said we're parapsychologically done. You clearly don't care about the consequences. What gives you the right? Don't expect my help from now on. Do look at the books, though. The books compel you. You may be able to make up for this by buying a lot of books. Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself.
She smiles and nods. A small mountain of colorful board game boxes, an endless There's also books in a board game. There's a box that says Wirral. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition mega.
The lights are so pretty. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do. Mum says it's peachy.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived. Well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the... Like what? Another thing. Great. Yes?
Evening, officers.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
In the cabin, you see a set of the white suede feels like as you tap.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know.
Your bottles clunk into an intricate. It almost looks like gone. For you, someone who knows about history could tell you. A small villa.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed. Saint Baptiste.
She is right.
I don't really know what hypnogamma is.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Dramine heals +3.
Looking for something? It's not the most popular topic nowadays with the coalition. Suit yourself.
Right to work! Right to work! When a bunch of beats me, they mumble nonsense about boardrooms. Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first.
Yes? Yes?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight Precinct. Just think about it for a second. You're a raging...
I've considered it. It would be immensely ugly of them. I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent. That's a fair point. What? This? Where is this going? Let's not. What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant is a... But this isn't an old school case.
I can't say that.
The lieutenant, that's where his... We all have our different mediums.
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, during that, a security guard, they didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against involving the... That's right. Good. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. They say it's a sin.
Yes, but containers contain.
I'm sure you don't.
Passing along frivolous into the...
Yes?
The door is closed. The door is closed. There is no... You hear a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in... The door is... This door can... You see a heavy... The worker. Perhaps a colorful piece of plastic is dead. It's a dock worker's ID. Doubling as a shift card and a job. Your fingers find the man. Are you positive that what you're doing here is proper police conduct? You can still... You find a black paper note with yum money. Think of all the sleeping dock work. You're not 100% clear what you did here. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? Just
10-4, come in, officer.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir, I didn't get that. 10-9, over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in the... What? He seems intoxicated.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics. What? He wants to very... What, of course. Tell him to stop. What do you need, sir? Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
This coin-operated viewer is a thick layer of graffiti that's cooled under the graffito. A sea of blues and greys appear. You know this. The church looks old and witherworn. A sturdy metal door guards the door.
Stop banging on the door. Doesn't matter. The police? No. Go check the
Backyard door. There must... You see...
Not looking for any trouble, officer. There's no trouble. I'm just I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this, I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you.
What were you doing?
Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you. Some more.
And when did you speak to...
Last week? I don't know. Look.
A downy blanket of white to cover...
You didn't answer the question.
It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette under the dull and...
My name?
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. For a moment, the man on the balcony...
I am sorry, but I really don't have the...
But, hold on, it's a...
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. He could be a witness. He did leave. If we find a way inside...
A stone. There's a key.
This must be for the front door. Pete will just have to go in and...
This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply. You hear someone walking. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard from the...
Do I have to open the door? Did you have a...
Let's go.
It's generally easier.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I'm fine.
You're still worried.
Now, what do you...
She's the cleaning lady.
I'm no one. If you... It's better...
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentence...
Yes, yes. I know.
Somewhere in the...
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was...
He lives upstairs in room...
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, policeman. Oh, that one is a sign. I think he studied something. That's what I said.
The lieutenant. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here.
People come and...
They probably just moved.
No one lived. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Great. Young people. They're worse than the artiste. She leaves an old...
She mumbles some kind... That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted star, and even today, half a cent to symbol. Also, some social democrat. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown, because white is the color of peace. Nothing at...
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still... You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street.
Though he finds this...
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to... Yeah.
That smell coming from her paint.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive...
What did you think?
She really did it. She's proud.
Something to think about next time you're driving around. Hello again, officers. Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse. Does anyone in a city like... It doesn't have to. Shoot, piggy. It's...
should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need utterly through by other people. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation. No, no. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. You have not yet stumbled on the right serves them right. You have to find something tragic.
Can I help you? Absolutely.
You wait until absolutely your body is ready, sire.
Yes. Have you got... Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct...
Forgive me for saying that. I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of... Not until you bring me them.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use.
I really didn't want...
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have something here we could sell.
Transport enclosure. Regular the cage.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. All right.
Sounds likely.
Can I help you? Yes. Does that arrangement include you paying me...
I understand. I feel I must...
Forgive me. I mean no offense. Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before you... wonderful. Try not until you bring...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant. Yes. Have you... Does that arrangement include you paying me what we... What about what I have...
Literary demotion.
Not until...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant. Another thing. Great. Yes. Yes. Have a lot. Does that arrange... As a police officer, evidence being... not until you...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant. Where... Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include game? Everything. Wonder. Not until...
Okay.
Oh, Lieutenant.
Yes?
Can I help you? Yes. Does that arrangement include you pay...
I feel I must...
Forgive... I mean no offense. Not until...
Okay.
Another thing. Yes.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have some...
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
I confiscated this for a little... There are spinner hubcaps. Frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out... I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't... No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. Exactly. As I said, they're useless anyway.
But thank you.
Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab.
The lieutenant nods as you take the...
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
Yes, we'd like to sell it.
Roy,
Yes,
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
of course.
Thank you. Here's the 100 and...
The rest is for him. The windfall.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. A photic path? Counter...
You have absolutely no idea what a
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Okay, looking at a guarded man like him.
Yes? Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank.
Oh, so you're an unaccountable wreck who has to be...
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a jury. Please do. We wouldn't want...
The lieutenant is pretty
Hello again, sweetie.
Can I help you? Yes. Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically. Please pay for each night in advance, starting tomorrow.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
This is the...
Just a moment.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for...
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM? I have a cigarette every night when I go over my note.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Yes, it's been a long and even... Well, we inspected the victims, but I would say our initial inspection was very thorough. Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shock. I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you... I still feel like we...
He's right.
Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean... Not always the right people. We weren't able to find the union leader, Evrard Claire. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows her.
If Kim is emphasized...
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Prison 41 practice? Alright, and forgive me, this has been bothering me since this morning. How have you managed to run around all day wearing only one shoe? Imagine how much faster you could run wearing a cool patent leather shoe on each foot. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently, yes, although indirectly, as officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone indirectly, it's preferable to serve a state. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the water, you have to supply compelling evidence. Not a good position to be in, by the way. The coalition the RCM was formed by the... Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Relachol or the coalition. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralington leases us the right to keep the people.
Or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution. Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the real. The Moralington are a fact. I try not to...
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
Yes, I did, when I was younger.
That's another light.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the Allied. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union. Vigilante.
The dying light. This...
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, you know. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the... We run this city. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are... Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't...
The man is decomposing. The body is...
Whoa! Kuno's little...
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for...
It feels like the leg... It's not complete. Just relax. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them. It's heavier than you. Damn, you're out of shape. In your defense, the corpse was quite slippery. This is the right method. It takes some time, but it...
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good.
Hell, keep at it, pig.
The legs look like they've been clawed at, but yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen? This industrial gas-powered stove has been used. There is a variety of soaps. It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now. The bottom of the pot. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large. The soap bubbles. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float. A 2-course dinner of the boots look just like beefs. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they go. The boots look clean, but feels like you should have used vinegar too. A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
You're back. Good. What can I... Why, yes I am. The boat?
The word, it, feels strange.
It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. It also happens to be rated for my sloop. Officer.
The crown, her nonchalance, might be related.
Good. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance. You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality?
It remains a mystery what you mean by this.
You're back. Good. What can I... More lessons in basic reality?
It remains...
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality?
6 kilometers southwest, in the to his left. Yes, he lost his mind. Tilbrook answers. We always...
You? Preciso mundo. Nothing more nor less. Yes. That means not de jure. The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts. 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign... There's nothing basic yet. On the other hand, I know these people. The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster. They called it the International Zone. So permit me to conclude with this. Who you are to me is the police. The only and if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help. Glad to have been of assistance.
I can't believe it's snowing. It felt like springtime. I'm a nighthawk.
She's still here because you're still here. door is closed. Still no answer. Still nothing. There they both are, like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear. Good, they're balanced. The fan stands still. The switch must be broken, because nothing. The lights are on. The window stands broken in its frame. The shards are fine, more likely a projectile than a held object. It is the shoe. Congratulations. You smashed the window, and maybe, or maybe, a mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. The bed is cold.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling it barely covers your toes. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and something to do with. What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What it says on the can, Harry. You're not kidding anyone, Harry. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs? And oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. You tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have... No, it's gone. You failed, Elysium. Everything. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around it. No, you have. You'll be back in... Stinky boy. You're trying to what? I can't hear you.
So something is wrong. Sleep? Oh yes, party boy. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just that you mean, why are you so tired? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the... Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Suit yourself. Slow, sad. The door is closed. Still no.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it. Everything points to the ductwork, which may, of course, all be wrong. I mean, and got men who drink beer for breakfast? That would just In fact, even the One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them.
Good. A power move. But aren't you curious?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember...
Just a moment, and they're...
The closest...
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. Please don't trouble yourself about the Union office. Probably has a phone, but I can't. The manager was vague.
Why would he be?
To let the young woman whose house I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't... you have more important things to worry. Just some field work, sweetie. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few...
The water lock? That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh my. Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if you're investigating...
This will yes, some...
And if you see him, let him know. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I'm gone. In the past. I'm a joke. There is a kid. Go ahead. What do you ask me more? Because you're lost, Copote. Because here you go, yeah. Fuck no. You're no. Between you and me, you're no. You can be anything you want because you have. Do I
A child born with...
You sure I got out of that? What do you mean? It's the...
Yeah, man!
He loves those. Because coming right up, God loved it me in Provocopo. Sure, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes. Ha!
The clown lip. Something is on its way. Something hidden.
Huh? You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me.
You really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and...
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corpo.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hands over... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your... The man is... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hand. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hand. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. Your arm reaches out and your eye... His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, they are swollen shut. You need to real... Only the little one.
The fuck is he doing?
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, Spider. The oral cavity is cold. You're on the right track. The tongue moves freely in the... Can you feel it? A vision of black, and you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye, and abrasion collar. This is what we're after. Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat. Your index fits right in there.
The fuck? Ah, shit, see?
Yes, that's what this part is called. The basal ganglia. This man will never sleep again. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. The lieutenant answered.
Fucking cavity, see?
Quivering. Your fingers are all the way in now. Your fingers reach toward his skull. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and there's a tiny crack. The object that...
We have the makings of...
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano.
Can you get to it?
You pick the object between your index and middle finger.
My pig's fucking...
He's watching his old man get the big...
What? What is it?
The inside of the head feels cold with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the...
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag.
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact. Of course, you deserve it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion, high velocity, temporary cavity in brain tissue, small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead. Dead. I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march? There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death.
We didn't There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily, to hide something. The real killer, the real that's for us to find out. Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. Yes.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in an... I'll leave that choice to you.
The wordling detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back.
All right. I will need a little help carrying him.